Okay. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. You should have access to the agenda. If not, I'll put it in the chat right now. So the reason that Debbie and I started this conversation because we all are working on debugging, and we all have students and folks that we're working with that are really interested in this subject. And especially now with COVID, we just don't have a lot of connection, a lot of ways to connect with each other and for you all to connect with each other. So what we thought we would do is start this conversation, and my hope is that in this lightning talk session, you all get a chance to talk about debugging and your approaches, and then we can synthesize this, and hopefully if folks are interested, continue to meet maybe in the spring, maybe open it up to the larger CS education community. Everybody I've spoken with in this group, you guys have been so excited and enthusiastic. So I'm super excited for the faculty and the staff and the students who are all here. So I'm just going to start by just saying like what I hope the purpose is and where we hope we go with this, and then I'll stop talking and just hand this off. So what I'm hoping happens is that we see some commonalities and differences and different approaches to the way that we're defining debugging, approaches to teaching debugging in different contexts. What are some commonalities and differences in that? Are we then seeing that there are some gaps in the way that we're looking at debugging? And so that this starts that conversation. And that we're able to then develop a community of practice and to share with each other. We're going to use a Twitter hashtag if folks are interested. It's DebugLT20 for Lightning Talk. And I'm going to credit Leela because Lightning Bug and debugging Lightning Talks, we've been having a really good time with thinking about that. But DebugLT20, I'll put that in the chat. So if folks are inclined to have conversations on Twitter, we could also synthesize the Twitter conversations and maybe a blog post. It's really kind of up to us how we think we're going to do this. Everybody will have screen share options. I will try to do a gentle 5-minute, like I'll stop folks at around 5 minutes so that we're not here too late. And also we're going to have a chance to ask questions, and Alexa suggested that we use a software, an application called Menti. So Alexis, will you kind of show us what that is so that we can ask questions there? And then we'll not only be able to track the questions, folks will have access to all the questions that everybody has for them. And so rather than having it in the chat, which then is a little bit messy, everybody will get a chance to have access to their questions for their presentations. Alexis, will you show us?
Sure. So if you go to Menti, www.menti.com, and you can do this from a cell phone or also on your computer. If you just open another tab, and you're going to use the code 7145480. It's the same code for every presenter. Each presenter has their own slide. So how do I go to the next slide? So every presenter has their own slides. So you'll be able to scroll through and leave a question or two, or however many you like, for the presenters. And we'll be monitoring it on the back end. And then at the end of the session, if I'm correct, we can go back and go through the slides and ask the questions out. So every presenter has their own slide. So as someone's talking, if you have a question for them, you can sort of park your question here, and they'll populate at boxes all throughout the one slide. So you don't have to worry about your question not fitting. It'll auto make it fit.
Great. So 7145480. And if for some reason that doesn't work, for you, we can still use the chat too. So there's no pressure on that at all. It's just trying something new. So I have a copy of the agenda, but everybody has theirs too. So I'm just gonna, looks like Mia, we put you first since right up front.
Should I go ahead and share my screen?
You may share your screen, and I will start the timer as soon as you start.
Sure. Okay, I think I'm ready. Yeah,